Hello guys, welcome back again to this channel. This is the part 2 of the previous video I put on my channel. If you haven't watched it, I will encourage you to watch it, which is the drafting part of this blazer. Here is the end result that you can see on the screen. So if you want to know how I made this, which is how I joined and sewed this, I will encourage you to watch this video till the end. If you're a return subscriber, thank you for always tuning in. If you're new here, please subscribe, like and comment below where you're watching this video from. I'll be so glad to hear from you. So let's get into this video. Here is the sleeve. I already drafted out the sleeve on the pattern paper before transferring it, which is the cutting part, into this. So you can see the way I placed the pattern master. So that is how I did the upper cap line. You can see the way it is. So you just draft it directly and connect it downwards like so, which will give you this shape you're seeing on the pattern and paper. So now that is the length I am working with is 24. So I'll just take this away now, and then I'll bring all the patterns I already cut out on paper, on the fabric. This includes both the fabric and also with the lining. So remember, we are cutting two on the back, on the middle part and also on the sides part. So I'll be cutting it on double. So you understand what I said now. So this part also, which is the center front line, I also cut it on double, and also this is the sides front. I also cut this as well on double, which will be 4 on each sides of the blazers. So now I'll just go now and join everything together and come back and show you all how it is looking. So what I did is, after cutting it, you just make sure you had extra inches to it for ease and everything. So this is the collar. You can see the collar stand there. So that is how the collar is. So now here is the let me just say almost the finished part. This is me. I'm just showing you how far I've gone. So I had to press it down with a with interface. You can see the way that is on the collar stand, and also here is the mid part of the back bodice, which is the lining. So this is the lining. Don't forget, whatever you're cutting on the fabric is what you're going to be. It's the same measurement you should be cutting on your lining. It's just that the down part will be different from the main fabric. So this is the lining here. You can see the lining. So what I did is I cut this. You can see this particular one here, which is the center part of the front. I cut it on the fabric, so it is looking good, because that is where the facing will be turning out later on for the lapel. So I hope you understand what I just explained now. So this is how far I've gone for the lining. You can see how beautiful that is coming out already, and make sure you press it down using your interface. You can as well do that on every other part of the lining, which is for the bodies only, and you can leave out the sleeve. But for the bodies, you can as well you can just put interface in everything. So I just wanted this to be like this. That is why I'm leaving it like so. But if you prefer to, put interface on every of the bodies, you can do that. So I have also joined the bodies, which is the for on the main fabric. This is it, using the same measurement, guys. So the only difference is the down part, like I said earlier. Now I'm just going to be attaching the pocket. This is the pocket. I already attached the right side of it. You can see the way it is. So I'm just going to be showing you in details how I achieved that. So from the dart, you go in by 1 inches before attaching it on your you go down also from your short length, which is the waistline, by 1 inches, and that is where you'll be inserting it. So you understand what I said earlier now. So you measure how wide you want it to be from that 1 inches I said, from that area. Do you understand me? So you measure how wide you want it to be before your side seam. You leave some allowance there, as you can see me doing. So I will just place it like so, and then I'll stitch it, and then I will overlap it. You can as well top stitch it. So it depends on how you want it to be. So you cut it on fold, and that's all about that. So for this is the pad for the shoulder. So you do it just the way you see me doing it now, you cut it like so, and this is wadding, so I will just put it at the midpoint like so on the shoulder line, and then I'll stitch it towards the sleeve area. So just make sure you've sewn in your sleeve before doing that, and then you stitch it inside the other part. You stitch it inside your seam allowance so it doesn't show on the outside of the blazers. I hope you understand what I just explained so far. What I was saying is you stitch it here like so inside so it doesn't show outside the blazers you stitch. So that is all about that, and then you give it a good press before, you know, inserting, before joining both the lining and the fabric together so that it stick on the fabric. So I'll go to my machine now, to my sewing machine, and then I'll be joining this. So I'll just be explaining shortly how I'm going to be joining everything in and out, because it's going to be invisible stitch. So what you do is you leave only the down part for now. After stitching the both the lining and the main fabric, you join everything. You start from the sleeve line, you insert the sleeve right side facing right side, and then you stitch it all up together on both sides, and you turn it in and out again. So I'll just come and show you all how far I have gone. Here is it. You can see the way it is looking. I've joined both sleeves together, right side facing right side, except for the neckline and for the down part. So I hope you understand what I said earlier. This is just it. So this is it, how far I've gone. You can see the wrong side, I had to join it on this seam line. You start from the seam line, which is the sleeve part, the down part of the sleeve, right side facing right side. So if you measure it properly, it will come out exactly the same. Do you understand? There will not be any I don't know how to put it now. You will not have excess seam line on one side. You understand now? So after doing that, I will just be turning it inside. You also see the shoulder part. I already stitched the other side, and also giving it a good, I gave it a good press so it stick to the main fabric so it doesn't go out. So now after doing this is it, as you can see. So just turn it in out. Now you can see on it on the wrong side. You can see the way it is. So what you do, I will advise you, give it a good press from one stitch to another stitch. You have to be giving it press. You have to be ironing it so it is well balanced as you walk along. So now here is it. You can see the way it is already giving that suit inside. This is the wrong side now, which is the lining part of it. You can see the way it is. So this is the collar stand. You can see the way I handed it on this 2 inches. I drafted the lapel to the other time, if you can remember. So you'll be ending, you just stitch it from the center part like so on the mid part of your bodice, and then you connect it directly like so, and then you end it towards the lapel. You have to notch that area, which is the 2 inches where there will be separation, where the break line is. I hope you understand what I am explaining here. So if you haven't seen the drafting part, you can go and watch the part 1 of this tutorial so you get a better understanding of what I am doing here. So you end it here. So after ending it there, I will go now and come back and show you all how far I have gone, so you get a better understanding of what I just explained. Now here is it. After stitching everything, you can see the collar. I've joined the lining for both the lining and the fabric. You can see the break line there and the 2 inches for the lapel. I've also stitched. So what I did is, after stitching the collar stand, and then I had to bring it down. You make sure this seam line is coming down towards the down area before the lapel, and then I stitched the lapel as well with 1/2 inch, as you can see. So make sure you had extra allowance for the 1/2 inch. So for the down part, you can see the main suit is longer by 1 inches, which is longer compared to the lining I said earlier. So I did likewise to this other side, which is the front part. So that is where I will also be closing it. So just make sure whatever you cut on the lining, like I said, before, whatever you cut on the lining is also what you'll be cutting on the fabric, and make sure the size are accurate. So now I will just go now and stitch the down part, but before doing that I want to show you how it is looking presently. Before doing that, you have to stitch the upper area, which is the collar. Remember, we already joined the collar, the upper side, which is for the lining and the fabric. The next thing I'm going to be showing you is how you can, separate the lining, the bodice itself, from the both collar, which is both the stitched lining collar and also the main fabric collar stand. So it is separated from the bodice, so it doesn't flip. So the first thing I will do is insert this screwdriver just to pull out the two brick line, which is the lapel and the collar stand. So after doing this, now the next thing I will do, I'll go to my sewing machine. You can see the way it is looking now. I'll go and stitch this inside. So I'm just going to be holding the inches, the sewing allowance from the inside. I'll stitch it not on this side. I'll be doing it on the inside. Do you understand? So I'll go now and come back and show you all how it is. So I'll just do that and give it a good press and come and show you all how it is done before doing the finishing line on the down part. Now here is it. I hope you can see what I am showing you here. This is the collar stand. You can see how thick that is. So what I did is I switch it on the inside. I flip it inside out and then I stitch it. I hope you can see it better now. I'll just zoom it a bit so you can see it. So this is it. So from the starting of the one side of the lining, you understand me, to the other side of it, which is after joining everything together, you just hold it so it is sticked. You can see the way it is now separated from the bodice itself. So this is the best way to do it, so you don't do it outside, so your seam line will not be showing. Do you get? So it's just a matter of professionalism. If you have any question about that, you can comment under this video, so I'll just respond to you and tell you in details so you get a better understanding if you don't really know what I just explained there. So now I'm just trying to know and make sure the size are accurate for the down part, which is the closing line of the upper hip line where the blazers will be stopping. So remember, this is also 1 inch long, which is the main jacket from the lining is 1 inch longer than the lining. So this is because you wouldn't want your lining to be showing underneath your jacket, which is your blazers. You want it to be inside. So what I will do now, when I go to the sewing machine, I will stitch it all up with 1/2 inch together with the lining, and then I'll close it. I'll start from the one edges to the midpoint. From this edge now, I will start it up and then I will go around it to meet up with the midpoint of the back bodice. I hope you can see what I am doing here. So I'll stop it there and then I'll start over again on the other side, and then I'll finish it up like 5 inches or 4 inches. You can even leave 2 inches depending on how comfortable you are while you're sewing it, but just make sure everything ends at the midpoint of your bodice, which is the back midpoint. You can see the spacing I have there, so make sure all seam lines also is accurate with the lining and the fabric, so you don't have shortage or excess in one of the bodies. Do you get? So this is one side and this is another side. So this is actually a fitted jacket. As you can see, it is very fitted, and depending on the size you're working with, just make sure whatever measurement you're using, you had excess like for his, which is like 1/2 inch or 1 inch thereabouts, also on your sleeve. So the person I am working with, I already said it is a smaller size I am working on, so this is the reason why it isn't that big or bogot. So that is just it, and it is also a fitted blazers. As you can see I already ironed one side of the lapel and also I'll do likewise to the other side. And also see the button there, the button O also is already made where the lapel stops, so you can see how beautiful the collar stand also is looking. If you have any question regarding this tutorial, I want you to comment below, and I will do well to respond to each and every one of your comments. You can see how beautiful this is looking. You just give it a good press and you are good to go. I hope you enjoyed this video so far. Give it a thumbs up, like it, comment, and I will do well to respond. If you are just seeing my channel for the first time, please subscribe to this channel, turn your notification bell on as I upload video here, so you get notified each time I upload new videos. So guys, until I see you again in the next one, if you also want to insert your label, you should do that before joining both the lining and the fabric together, before inserting the collar itself, so you can get a better view. If you want to put your label, you put your label on this particular lining before, on the right side anyway, on the right side of the lining, before joining both together. So guys, until I see you again in the next one, stay blessed. I hope to see you again on my next video tutorial. Bye.